Greetings. Welcome to a very weird episode of Tap because I'm not in my own house. I got here with my beers before my buddy did. It's his house, hence all the Slavic paraphernalia. Even though I'm the Slavic one. Isn't that a trip? Now then, what am I going to talk about? Now I got to remember that because I had something really on my mind earlier today, right? Now that I have a moment where there's free time, why not make a video? So, today I was reading a lot about Linux and how it's inherently more secure. Okay, why is it more secure? Well, security through obscurity is one thing that came up. Something about something inherent in the kernel or the kernel development methodology also, and also the fact that it's open source, so kind of counterintuitively that the more people, the more eyes that are on it, the more you can scan for bugs and errors that need to be fixed. So even though Microsoft has guys working around the clock, getting paid a really good salary, that are really professional, probably top-notch people, the sheer numbers, despite the fact that it's a really small market share of the computing world, of people, that study and look at the Linux kernel, plus the security through obscurity, makes it really good. So especially that coupled with the cost for enterprise type things, I think might be a fantastic way to go. The other day I made a video at the end of which I talked a little bit about Linux and how I might go back to Microsoft for video editing. And while I'm sure that they're proprietary software, just because more people have used it for that professional kind of purpose, might be either a cut above, or at least equivalent, to Kdenlive. I'm going to stick with Kdenlive. I'm actually going to try to go wholesale on the Linux thing. I mean, I'm not really a purist, but there's just a lot philosophically that I respect about what Richard Stallman had to say about free software versus open source. I'm not as hardcore as he is, but I feel like there's really, at this point of development of Linux, very, very little reason to go to Microsoft. One reason I'm making this video is to see what people's thoughts on this are, whether you're a Linux enthusiast or not. I don't bite, so feel free to leave a comment. There's actually lots of cloud alternatives. It looks like that Debian has a cloud, or rather Ubuntu has a cloud, as well as OpenSUSE. So I'm excited to see these kind of open source security type leaning cloud systems out there. And in fact, the IoT space, I think especially, is pretty Linux heavy for the reason that it is secure and you want your source to be secure as possible, so the first step obviously is something Linuxy. Yeah, there's just a lot of interesting angles to take with it, but the thing about Linux that I learned as I'm using it is you've got to be patient. It's like, why did I just want to immediately, after I experienced a bit of difficulty, go back to Microsoft? Well, because there's the offer of better software, but all I really had to do in this case was I had installed an older version of Kdenlive. So I went to Kdenlive's website and got an app image, installed it from my Linux Mint 18.2, and now it works swimmingly. And this video will probably bear the marks of that because I'll add, some kind of, not terribly fancy, but some little widgets and things like my logo, etc. Maybe make this black and white. But yeah, stick with Linux. It's a great system. I hope that my presentations I've done here will encourage you to go out and learn more on your own. Thanks for stopping by as always, and have a great time wherever time finds you. Goodbye.